Hey guys, welcome to another Lunchtime review. Today I'm going to try these Boston Market home-style meals. This one is the new sides. It's garlic and herb roasted potatoes, roasted red potatoes and a smooth garlic and herb sauce. It is a 15-ounce or 425-gram meal. You find these in the frozen area in the sides where they sell the side dishes for all the other different brands. That's where we found them. We bought this at Kroger. $4.29, which isn't too bad because you can at least get 2 servings out of this for 2 different people, I think. It says there's 3, and we'll see. So 3 servings in a container. Per serving is 130 calories. You can eat the whole container for 400 calories though, so it's definitely could do it for lunch if you want to. They do have oven directions if you want to do it in the oven, but we don't do ovens, but there they are if you want them. We're going to do it in the microwave. So we're going to remove the tray from the carton, cut the film to vent, cook on high for 4 minutes, stir, recover, and do it again for 2.5 to 3 minutes. I'll probably just do 2 in the middle and go 2 and 45. Yeah, let's see what it looks like. It's a pretty good sized tray. You see the potatoes, I see the sauce in there. So I'll take a fork and just poke some holes in here, and I'll be back when it comes out of the microwave. All right, so here it is out of the microwave. And I want to tell you, at least for mine, when you're stirring that up in the microwave after the first 4 minutes, I had a blob of like the sauce right here. And these potatoes on this side were just dry. They weren't in the sauce at all. So I made sure I took these and scooped them up and put them in the sauce and made sure everything was covered with sauce. Because if you don't, you're going to get they were already starting to get dried out after the first 4 minutes. So if I had left those alone and not stirred them into the sauce, they would have been really, really dry and hard. So they wouldn't be any good at all. So yeah, I can't imagine this meal being any different in the oven. I think well, I'll tell you when I get over there. Anyway, I'm going to take these over the table and we'll try them out and I'll tell you what I think. All right, so what I was going to say is I would probably can't imagine there being a huge difference between this and the oven, like microwaving or in the oven, because it's just heating them up. The oven's not going to toast them really or anything. I mean, it may get them a little toasty, but not, I don't think a lot. How long do you make them for? You just do it for 15 to 20 minutes. Oh, I'm sorry. You do it for 30, then stir it, and then do another 15 to 20. Wow, that's a long time. Yeah, so what is that, 30, 40, 50, almost an hour to bake these. So I can't imagine it being a huge difference if you're going to bake them or microwave them, honestly, just longer time. However, if you were to already be baking something like baking a chicken, baking a whatever, and it takes about the same amount of time, yeah, throw this in the oven with it. Why wouldn't you? But I think the microwave is perfectly fine for this. So sometimes it makes a difference. For this, I don't think it would. So here's the bite I'm going to take. Again, it's just potatoes and sauce, so there's nothing else in here to worry about. It says, reach for the hearty home-style goodness of Boston Market sides. Made to pair with all your favorites, there's easy and delicious ways to make any meal a feast. I like the texture of the potatoes. They're very tender. They're not mushy, so that's a good thing. So they're not almost mashed potatoes. They have texture to them, but they are still well cooked, so they're soft. I also like it. These are like the red potatoes that have the skin still on them. I like the skin. Some people don't like the skin on potatoes. I like the skin because these are not really tough. Like sometimes you get the Idaho brown potatoes, regular potatoes, and when you bake them, the skin's really thick and tough. These aren't like this. They're very, very thin, and they do have some texture to them, but they're not tough. They have some chew, but they're not like really hard to chew. So I really like these. Red potatoes are like the go-to roasting potatoes because they're small. They're usually only about this big and about the size of a crab apple, and they cook really well. So they're the favorite, like I said, for roasting. I know when I worked for Bob Evans, when we made our hash brown potatoes, that's what we used was red potatoes. Now they were a little bit bigger than these small ones, but they weren't big potatoes. But that's what we used, and we left the skin on them, and we made hash browns with them, and they were really good. This is kind of reminds me of that texture of those potatoes. Of course, they don't have this is not, there's no crispiness on these at all. They're just roasted potatoes. More like baked potatoes. They really don't have that, even the skin of the roasting at all. So so texture wise, they're really, really good. I do like them. Flavor, you really get the garlic. I mean, it's strong garlic. They say garlic and herb. Yeah, I'm not sure about the herb part, but you do get a really strong garlic. You, I see some like, it looks like parsley flakes in here. Probably some onion powder in there too. It almost seems like there's a little bit of rosemary. I doubt I'll be able to read the ingredients. I'll look, but I doubt I can read them. They're not too bad. I mean, they're still too small for me to read everything, but it says shallots, garlic. It does have some Parmesan cheese in it, which is good. Turmeric, spices, gee thanks. Salt, olive oil, yeast extract, contains milk. It just says spices. It doesn't say what spices they have in there. Yeah, it just says shallots and garlic, so that's for sure 2 of them. And then spices. I'm getting like almost like a rosemary kind of flavor, and that could be actually what the flakes are, is the rosemary. I don't like really strong rosemary, but I don't mind a little bit of rosemary, and this is not bad. It's a very light flavor. Overall, I really like it. You 100% can eat this for lunch. There's no problem. If you just want to eat potatoes for lunch, that's fine. 400 calories for the whole meal. I don't think that's bad. You can eat other things that are more than that even. So I like the texture of them. I like the flavor. Again, very strong garlic. I like the sauce. It doesn't come across as cheesy, but it does cover everything. It keeps everything good and moist. It's not dried up potatoes, which is a good thing, as long as you stir them up really good, like I said. So really, really good. Like I said, you could eat this as a meal by itself. I truly think this could at least feed 2 people, if not 3. You might be able to give 3 people as a side dish, depending on what you have. So like if you're eating, let's say you've got 2 pork chops each, you could take a spoonful of these and divide that 3 ways. I think you'd be fine. Or maybe a Salisbury steak or whatever you may be eating, some meatloaf slices or whatever. I think this would be a good side for those, and I like the flavor. I like everything about it. Even by itself, it's perfectly fine. Just know it's a pan full of potatoes. So I'm gonna give it a 4.5 out of 5. It's kind of a one-note flavor, but it is exactly what it says it is. I don't know what they could have done to jazz it up to a 5, but it just doesn't hit something I'd want to eat all the time. But I for sure will give it a 4.5 because it's definitely worth trying out, even if you eat it as a side with your family. So hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.